What is up, YouTube? It's Brody. I am here prepping for my show in London here in a little bit, opening up for Wiccaface, Springs Eternal, and Glixen. And I figured I'd make a video about this. I feel like I've not seen that much on YouTube talking about this exactly, but I wanted to walk through two things. I guess thing one, how I prep my click tracks, in-ear mix, and everything for like the track side of playing a show. And then two, how I practice to a set, especially a set that is like to a click like that, like what I deem like the most productive or efficient way for me to practice to these. Yeah, as usual, I will include this session on my Patreon if you want to go through, kind of thumb through all these files here, see more of like how I'm keeping everything together here. Yeah, I'll dive into it. This one will be pretty quick. Essentially, what we're looking at here, kind of all of the files together, and I have them organized in certain ways here. Every song that I am planning on playing at this show, I went through their sessions and bounced out all of the stems in like the same formula. That way they all kind of fit on the correct tracks here. So we have this group here is essentially the band. These are the parts that I want to have reference to, so everyone knows what they're supposed to play. I know what everyone's playing. It's just here to reference, like, I don't know, say for example, day of, someone is sick, can't play. Like we have everyone's individual parts here. These are not going to be played through. I'll have them muted the whole time. Maybe send some of these to the in-ears for someone if they want to hear something tracked, but essentially, I went through every song that I plan on playing, exported stems. Yeah, I have all of the bass here, all the drums on a track for each song, all of the lead guitar, all of the rhythm guitar that I'll be playing, then all of my lead vocals, just something to have as a guide, practice to. That is the first part of this. Intentionally, I went through a few different Logic sessions to get this one that's the cleanest with like nothing going on plugin wise except for what I'm practicing with. I had gone through each song, exported out all of the stems, and then in another file, put all of them lined up together, built it, and then exported it here. So it's as clean as possible, as little processing as possible. That way it's just as simple, as little room for error or complication. So yeah, this is everything you won't hear through here. This is just what the band will sound like. Then we have, I'll kind of hop around here. This is everything that will be backing tracks, everything that will be going through the speakers and adding to the band. So I have like set intro. It's kind of sound that is like building up, adding energy until the first song hits. And then this just includes like keyboard, synths, things that can't be played live, extra guitar. I like to stack a lot of guitar layers. So if there's like a third guitar, I'll just tuck that back in the mix. Also have background vocals. I don't have any lead vocals that will be going through the main tracks, but all the background stuff, like any harmonies, whatnot. You get my practice vocals there. Yeah, this is all the like auxiliary things. Like a sub bass. All the, I don't know, a lot of fun stuff. I like going through those. Through that, I've also, through a lot of those tracks, I built a lot of like transitions between songs, like that intro I showed, or like, yeah. So like, you can get like, I don't know, in between the last two songs when I'm like talking to the crowd or tuning or whatever, instead of there being dead air, I programmed some little like sections, like these are just stems from the prior song, but chop them up a little bit, played them in a way that keeps things going, keeps the momentum going. So yeah, and then the way that we tie that all together is we have lined up with it, this will be what is only going in our ears. So that's our metronome and our cues. So like I have metronome happening through everything. That way there's always a sense of time. Everyone can see or hear where the downbeat is. And then transitioning from sections of the songs or just like important things that I want to tell myself, I've printed these as well. Ghoul. So we know what song it is. 2, 3, 4. Then the hook goes there. Just extra clarity. Like especially because I'm playing this show as a one-off after like 9 days of playing other shows as guitar for Wiccaphase, and I'll be very not in this headspace. So like having as much like guidance for me to be like, oh yeah, here's what I'm supposed to do here, as it has been helpful. And then little things like, for example, on one of the songs in here, where's it at? Hook 2. Yeah, so one of the songs, it starts off just me on guitar, and it's got like a lead in where like the vocals start before one. So I gave myself a little cue.
Hold it 2, 3, lead in. 2, 3, 1. Watch as I.
That way, there's like little room for me to mess up there, because that could be disastrous if that part didn't happen correctly.
Hold it 2, 3, lead in. 2, 3, 1. Watch as I.
And then I have that in my ear, just so I have like as much of a clear direction. Yeah, we have all of those, and that is essentially the live track. This is a copied version of the session that I'm using for practicing, but if you just remove all of what I have highlighted on here as practice, that essentially will be the live tracks, and then we'll just be sending them out to front of house and or in-ears. But then the way that I've been practicing is I've just been playing through this entire set with my headphones and my guitar. I will mute my rhythm guitar and vocals, because that's what my job is. Yeah, I'll be singing and playing rhythm guitar, so I just mute that, and then I'm making these folders called practice. And essentially what that is just me putting in an input of my guitar and my vocals, and then I can have these armed and recorded, and then play through the set start to finish and record myself playing it. That way I can listen back and see like, oh, like football highlights style, like, oh, I need to work on this, or this part sounded very good, or this part didn't. It also helps me demo some guitar tones. Like for example, I think I used a different tone on that one versus maybe not. But yeah, it's letting me demo the guitar tones and just like really practice through everything. I mute that, play this in here. I have the guitar pan to the left just because like it helps me hear the vocals as well. Save me, take me home. Yeah, it sounds decent. That's kind of how I've been going through that. Finally, with this one was my most recent run through of everything. It has me the most confident in it. I feel like I can nail the run through, and now it's just a matter of committing more and more to muscle memory and like having a little more fun with it, and maybe doing some more improv, whatnot. But it's nice. It lets me practice every song. It lets me know exactly how the performance is going to be. It even gives me like the open space in between to like kind of workshop like what I want to say to the crowd between. If I tried to go not so on rails, I try to like let it be natural, but just knowing like, oh, I have about this much time to like say hi and be like, who's ready for the other artists, or talk about my album or anything like that. Yeah, pretty simple, short video today, but I just wanted to kind of go through and show like what it looks like setting up click tracks for a show and practicing for something like this. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I will include this on my Patreon for you guys to listen through, thumb through. I guess give yourself, if you're going to be at the London show, a little bit of a leak of the set list. Plus, there is some unreleased music on here as well, which is very exciting. It's unreleased, but also in like live show form, so you're missing a lot of the parts of it, but so cool to have there. But yeah, this is how I prep for a show. This is how I arrange my click tracks / backing tracks / like playback in general. Any questions, please let me know in the comments. Hope to see you at this London show if you are around. Yeah, that being said, hope you have a good rest of your day, and peace out.